I hit the game winner, you ain't even see it. Welcome to the halftime show. I need a break from the game. God, thank you for the halftime show.
Check out the Patreon for exclusive content only you can see, my boy. Check it out. Link below. I think they made the wrong choice, man. I think they made the wrong choice. Should have been Florida State. As an LSU fan, I didn't think I'd ever say that. Once Florida State beat us in the first game of the season, I was like, man, I hope Florida State goes 1-11. I hope they lose every game. I say that about Alabama every year. I would do just about anything in this world to watch Alabama lose every single game of the season. That would be the best thing that has ever happened. But once Florida State beat us first game of the season, man, I wish they would have lost every single game. But they didn't. In fact, they won every single game. So had to turn that AC on, man. But anyway, 13-0 and left out of the playoffs. Can't leave out the SEC. Can't leave them out, which is just bogus and silly. I don't care what team you are. I don't care who you are. If you're in the Power 5 or the Power 4 now, ACC, SEC, Big 12, or Big 10, and you go undefeated, you should be in the playoffs no matter what. No matter what. I don't care if Alabama's 12-1 with an SEC title. I don't care if it's Georgia. I don't care. Georgia just won 2 back-to-back national championships. I don't care if they're in that 5th spot with 1 loss. Every undefeated Power 4 team should be in there no matter what. No matter what. It used to be Power 5, obviously, but Pac-12 is no longer a thing. I don't know. I think if you win all your games and no one has beaten you all year, I think you should go to the playoffs no matter what. I think that's crazy that that's even debatable. And I get it. It's the ACC, right? Florida State's in a terrible conference. I get it. But you got to look at it like this. Alabama. If, say you were 13-0. Unfortunately, you're not good enough to be 13-0. But say you were, right? And then Jalen Milroe gets hurt in the last 2 minutes of the Georgia game, right? No. Let's say the last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes of the game, Jalen Milroe gets hurt, but you still go 13-0. Playoff committee, nah, you ain't getting in. You lost your quarterback, Chief. You would be mad. You would go crazy. You'd be like, ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all leaving out an undefeated conference champion. Ain't no way. A Power 4, Power 5 conference champion. No way. Alabama fans would lose their mind. They would go crazy. They would start slinging their whiskey bottles upside down and all around town. Because they would have a reason to. I mean, that's ridiculous. So Florida State has every reason to be mad. And like I said, as an LSU fan, I never thought, I didn't see myself saying this. They beat us 2 years in a row and blew us out earlier in the season. But that's what I'm saying. 13-0 and undefeated in a conference title? Ain't no way. They should be left out. That is crazy. I don't care if they win every game by 1 point. Alabama hasn't played its best all year. They should have lost that Auburn game. Struggled to beat a USF team. They don't even want to talk about the Arkansas game. They don't even want to acknowledge that game. How you almost lose to Arkansas? LSU almost lost to Arkansas too, but LSU almost lost to them too. But whatever, we're not a playoff team. You are, so how do you lose? How do you almost lose to Arkansas and should have lost the Auburn game? What is wrong with you? LSU blew Auburn out. Don't even come at me about no Arkansas game. So I don't want to hear Florida State's not a good team. They play bad. That's not a good reason to put Alabama above them. Let's just be real. Your only reasoning to put them over Florida State is because SEC can't be left out, which I think that's just one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. SEC can't be left out. Why? And then you got all the people saying, oh, well, it's the 4 best teams, not the 4 most. When has it ever been the 4 best teams? Never. Do you think TCU was one of the best 4 last year? No. Do you think Cincinnati was one of the best 4 back in 2021? No. Do you think who was before that? Do you think Notre Dame was one of the best 4 teams back in 2020 or 2018? No. So it's never been the best 4 teams. You people are just dumb. Mad dumb, too. Those same people are right now, they're saying, oh, they got it right this time. They put the best 4. No, they didn't. I don't see Georgia in there. I think Georgia's one of the best 4 teams. Why ain't Georgia in there? See what I'm saying? There's no such thing as 4 best teams. You think Washington's better than Georgia? Do you? And don't say, oh, well, Washington's undefeated. All right, that's my point. That's my point. We don't need the SEC in every playoff. Every undefeated team, Power 5, Power 4, every undefeated Power 4 conference champion should be in there no matter what. And if you really want to put the best 4 teams in there, take Washington out and put Georgia in. All right? And we'll do a Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, and Texas. I think Alabama is probably one of the best 4 teams, but they don't deserve to be in over Florida State. No, they do not. No, they do not. And had they not lost to Texas, I wouldn't mind if you put them in over Texas. But they lost to Texas. You can't do that. See what I'm saying? So this whole thing could have just been avoided if everyone wasn't so stuck on SEC has to be in the playoffs, which is crazy. That's insane. But whatever. Either way, I'm not mad Alabama got in. I like the matchups. Michigan and Alabama. I think this is going to be one of the best Michigan and Alabama games I've ever seen. I think this is probably going to be better than the last 2 games between Michigan and Alabama. And then Texas and Washington. That's a rematch from last year, bro. And that game was good too. So I think these are some good matchups. And then Florida State got stuck with playing Georgia in some pointless bowl game. I'm going to watch it, but it doesn't matter. It would be something if Florida State went and beat Georgia by 50 and then Michigan beat Alabama by 50. The committee would look really stupid, wouldn't they? And so would all of you. If Florida State beats Georgia by 50 points, it's not going to be 50, but I'm just saying, if they blow Georgia out and then Michigan blows Alabama out, we just need to go ahead and restart. We're just going to go ahead and take it all back. We're going to have Michigan and Florida State play, and we'll see who wins that game. Just because I think that would be funny and make the committee look completely stupid and make everyone of the 4 best teams, they would look dumb. There are a lot of words I want to say on here that I'm not going to say, but either way, I do think it was the wrong choice. Florida State should have been that 4th spot, but they're not. And look, if Florida State had lost a game anywhere throughout the season, I would be okay with and everyone would be okay with Alabama being in over them. But they have no losses, and Alabama does. It's never been the 4 best teams. That excuse is out. That reasoning is out. SEC has to be in every. That's just dumb. That reasoning is out. What's your other reasoning that Florida State shouldn't be in? Oh, because Jordan Travis got hurt? So you're punishing a team because one player got hurt? Huh? What? I think that's dumb. Yeah. Man, it is what it is. I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm more just I don't know. Well, first of all, I'm shocked that Alabama actually got the 4th spot. Number 2, I just feel bad for the Florida State fans. I could not imagine my LSU Tigers going 13-0 and being told they can't be in a playoff. Boy, you want to know something? Man, you don't. Ain't no telling what I would do. Man, I would go crazy. Like how? How would you keep a 13-0 conference champion out of the play? That's just dumb, man. That's dumb. Florida State did everything they could. Like, you can't do anything better. You win every single game you play. You win your conference, and you're right there in the perfect spot to get in the playoff. They're like, nah, your quarterback got hurt. You're out. What? What? So now we have to go watch Jalen Milroe crap the bed against Michigan? What are you talking about, man? Like I said, doesn't matter to me. I'm interested. Alabama does make it more entertaining. I will tell you that. People were just saying, oh, Florida State would have got blown out. So they won their games. Look, I'm sitting here making an argument for Florida State. and the playoffs has already been selected. Alabama's in. So, look, Alabama, Michigan, we'll talk about it. Washington and Texas, we'll talk about it. Like I said, if I feel for the Florida State fans, I couldn't imagine that being my team. And I'd be mad too. I can't lie. So, it is what it is. Alabama fans, you got like 3 more weeks. Enjoy it while you can. Chug your whiskey. Scream Roll Tide. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah. It is what it is, man. I'm ready for these playoff games either way. Y'all let me know who you think's going to win. Like I said, we'll get into them in another video or a couple videos. But y'all let me know who you think's going to win. Yeah, man. Let me know. Hey, could we get an Alabama-Texas rematch? Alabama and Texas in a rematch? Alabama fans don't want that. Man, if Alabama wins against Michigan, they're going to be on their knees begging Washington to win that game. They're, please, Washington, beat Texas. Please, please. They are scared of Texas, man. They are scared.